Have you ever felt like the safety police at work, always chasing rule breakers and never feeling like it changes anything? What if I told you there's a better way, one that actually works? The problem with safety policing. For years, safety was seen as enforcement. Spot a problem, write it up, move on. But that creates fear, not improvement. The power of coaching. A safety coach changes the conversation. Instead of catching mistakes, you guide people to prevent them. You explain why rules exist, not just what they are. You build trust, not tension. When people understand the reason behind a procedure, they're far more likely to follow it, even when no one is watching. Real example, coaching, not catching. Early in my career, I was working in a life sciences company. We'd brought in contractors to install an additional fire alarm system in a new section of the building. The risk assessments and method statements were done, permits signed, work at height controls in place, and everyone inducted. Halfway through the job, I spotted one of the installers in a very unsafe position. 1 foot on the very top of an ESA ladder, where you're never meant to stand. The other foot balanced on an electrical switchgear box. My first concern was obvious, a fall risk. But there was a second, hidden danger. This was a clean room facility. If that box shifted or shorted, it could force the clean room to lose electricity, and then it would need to be deep cleaned and revalidated once the power was returned. A process that could take weeks and cost hundreds of thousands of euros in lost production, and most importantly, how that could impact the end users, the patients. Instead of shouting or writing him up on the spot, I calmly said, "Would you mind coming down, please?" He fired back, "Who the F are you? I suppose you're worried I'll sue you." I didn't rise to it. Without thinking, I said, "Not at all. That's what insurance is for. I am worried you're going to fall and get seriously hurt. Please get down so we can have a chat." He went quiet and got down and had gone pale as he realized how easy something could have gone wrong. I explained the fall risk, the clean room risk, and the possible consequences. Not for me, but for the entire company and his own safety. By the end of the conversation, he understood why it mattered and agreed to change how he worked. That's the difference between policing and coaching. You don't just stop unsafe behavior, you turn it into understanding so it doesn't happen again. Benefits of coaching over policing. Higher engagement in safety programs, fewer repeat incidents, stronger trust between staff and safety teams, a culture shift from compliance to commitment. Practical tips for safety coaching. Ask questions instead of issuing orders. Praise good safety behavior as often as you highlight risks. Involve workers in problem solving. They often have the best fixes. Explain the why behind every rule. Closing call to action. If you want a safer, more engaged workplace, stop being the safety police. Start being a safety coach. Because when people trust you, they listen. And when they listen, they act.